Okay, for anybody who's following along, I got my grade back from my most recent test and I got a 93%. No one's more surprised than me, but I worked really hard on that. How did I do it? You're not going to like it. I'm not naturally good at math, so I have to spend a lot of time preparing for exams. I spent 15 to 20 hours preparing for this test that I got a 93 on. I spent 15 to 20 hours preparing for my last exam, which I got an 85 on. I used a study room at my school almost every day for 2 hours. So that was 2 hours of quiet, uninterrupted time where I worked. I used the big whiteboards. I used my tablet, my notes, my computer, YouTube videos, anything I could get my hands on to work with it. I had my math app give me practice problems, practice tests, and I worked all of those. And sometimes the answer when you struggle with math is really just time. Unfortunately, time and working problems over and over and over again. The day of my test, I get to school an hour early and I work through my review completely one more time through, so everything is fresh on my mind and I don't have a lot of anxiety going into it because our review is pretty much exactly what our test is going to be like. She changes like the numbers and signs and stuff like that, but the layout of the review is kind of what you can expect from the test. So I will rework my review for an hour before I actually go and take my test. So everything is like fresh in my brain and it helps ease anxiety. I get really bad test anxiety and I would never be able to tell you what 2 plus 2 was. So my test anxiety is really bad when it comes to math. So I work my review morning of the exam and I go up to class is like right on time. I won't go in early because I don't want my teacher to try and change how I think about things or anything like that. So it's not glamorous, but putting in the work, we're doing okay. I have 2 more exams left. I have 1 more regular exam than my final exam, which is 20% of my grade. So they're probably not going to be A's, but we're going to do as good as we can.